Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Foundation. Today, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, to be honest with you. I just want to get started with a few little bits, really, and just kind of see how things go. First of all, I'll trim a couple of these away and make sure we are cooking well here. Hopefully we can make this over here. It won't be much of an issue. Let's have a log. Adequately sized. Sounds good. So you can get started there. We will just sort of take that out though, like we've done with the others. Okay. Yep. Happy enough with that. We're running at 2 speed. A few people have said that there's an issue if you run at full speed, that the sort of game doesn't quite tick over enough and make all of the resources come through properly. So we're going to run at 2 speed now, and we'll see if that helps. I'm going to keep taking people because we need lots of staff for what we're planning on doing today. We've improved your trade with Trotbury, which is lovely. We're going to put down another milker, what's it called? Dairy farm, because this place just is constantly desperate for it. So we're going to put down another dairy farm. I'll do that first of all. Okay, food production. This one here, no. This one, dairy farm, there we go. We'll place you here. We'll have a nice long... Well, no, let's place you here, actually. We'll have a long farm with you sort of in the middle of it. Like so. There we go. And actually, before that gets built, let's see if we can use the fence to tell people where we want them to build it. Because what I would like to happen is all of this be fence. Let's do this first of all. Let's neaten that up. No. That one. Have to do both sides. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we'll have that one. Okay, and I think this is going to probably have to come up to here, really. I'll connect it there, and then this one will carry on. Which one isn't? There we go. I much prefer the straighter lines, makes it much easier to do, and we would like this to be the path, basically. And we stick a little fence on the end of it, like that, and then yeah, there we go. That's cute, and there'll be a nice little path leading up to there now. So we'll click build on that. And actually, we'll put if I can select it, we'll put priority on that, and hopefully it'll have it happen before the rest gets put in. And it's a bit of an odd shape, but I think that'll work quite well. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this is constantly saying, look, it doesn't have the milk. So I think 2 farms to 1 cheesemaker seems to be about right. And then all of this space they've still got for residential as they need it. We can just kind of fill this in as well, to be honest. There we go, just in case they really want to. Oh, yes, somebody mentioned, a few people mentioned actually, that this bridge didn't get used. I think you're right. I think it just needs to have a decent amount of clearance in front of it. So we've just moved the well back a little, and that seems to have fixed it. So we'll have to bear that in mind as we, if we ever do any more bridges. Also, somebody mentioned that some of these decorative pieces have multiple options that you can go in and scroll through, which I did, and I think that looks awesome. So there's a few different tables there. We did that with the inn here as well. A few different table options. Very cute. I like that a lot. Okay. So I think that's everything that happened just before I started recording. We'll keep an eye on other stuff as we go. House requirement no longer met. I think the problem with this is that's already fixed, but this just doesn't go away after so long. The problem with this is we're not having a good enough set of patrol happening. So I've took a bit of time to figure out patrols. I've looked at your comments. I appreciate all the feedback. Here's the thing. Watchmen. Total number of active fortification, 10. Current guard coverage, unguarded locations. Now, it doesn't actually sort of tell us where the problem is, just that there's not enough of them. And that, to me, says we have to build more of a watch house. Now, the other thing we haven't done in the longest time is built a new tax office. Our tax collector should be a citizen. We might make them a citizen. I think this used to sort of tell us the monetary value above their heads, and I can't figure out how it does now. But I imagine that they're not getting around the place properly. I think there's one there. I think there's another one here. Is there treasury somewhere? Tax office. There we go. We can have another tax collector there. But what we're actually going to do is build another tax office / watchtower over here, where we haven't done anything for quite a while. So we're actually going to put it over here. Well, I want it kind of close enough to where the nicer housing is going to be, which is here. This thing is slowly getting built. We're waiting on planks. Looks like we're short for planks at the moment, but a lot of these house upgrades do require it. I've also upgraded the density of these because a lot of the farmers were moaning about being able to not live somewhere, so that seems to have dealt with that. But yes, definitely need to get some extra coverage for our watchtowers. So we'll do that. No, it's going to be a manor house one, isn't it? Manor house. There we go. We're going to have a tax office / watch post. So, tax office. Where is a good spot for this? I mean, it's meant to be like a prime building. But I don't really have a good... I mean, over here is probably fine. Well, the fair went well. That's good. We were having a fish fair. So how about we have a tax office like this, and we'll stick a little nice little doorway on it. It's probably a little too much, but we'll see. Let's have a look. Oh, jeez, the charcoal burner's noisy. Maybe this one is more like it. I think it might be. Yeah, that's better. Lock that back there. Okay. So that's a perfectly acceptable tax office, I think. We'll stick a chimney on there, because why not? But otherwise, that's fine, I think. These are just little... Are these balconies? Can they go on the sides? Little side buildings. I wonder if we could make something that looks a little bit more like a sort of courtyard, so to speak. No, because that's a door to nowhere now. There's this one as well. Where? Oh, that's an exterior wall. I see. That's meant to go like there on a taller building. Right, okay. So, that's no good. Let's get rid of that. This one is kind of what I'm thinking of. I'm going to make that look like something. I'm going to put maybe another one. Carry them on that way a little bit. Yes, I don't mind that. And then this side now becomes the watchtower. So we'll watch post. Very good. And we'll start something like that. Probably drag it up one. Let's have a look at the back there. So we have to take that off the grid. Bring it there, so this all makes a bit more sense. Yep. Now we could get away with the bigger buildings here. And where's that? Where's that cool corner balcony? Because if we're going to be able to do one of these... That's where that wants to go, eh? I mean, it looks kind of fun. It's a little low down, but that's fine. And then this just needs a door. And I would say that's fine. Then we can put down a few... the city gateway is probably too big. What's a nice little door? There we go. I'll put you there. Oops. And regular stone fence. into there. And regular stone fence up into there, and that gives us a nice little courtyard. I'm hoping this this big tree stuff goes away as we do this, but how about one of those? And a couple of nicer benches would be good as well, I think. No, they're no good. They're... Why aren't they sit on a ball? They look perfectly acceptable to me. Well, if they can't get sat on, tis what it is. Okay, I'm happy with that. Polished stone, one single wood, mostly planks, and some regular stone. Build the lot. Oh, look at that. So what's this? Construction requirements not met. No, I imagine it's not. Is that because it's getting built? 2 builders are bringing stuff. Oh no, what's this? Requires light fortification. Ah! We didn't put any light fortification on it. Okay. Okay, edit this then. Oh, it needs to have some sort of tower on it. Well, that is what it is then. Which one's light fortification? It's these ones with the fencing on. And observatory. Tower, stone observatory. Okay, well... Minor tower. Major tower. Let's do major tower. On the back there. Oops. And pull it up. And will that do what we need to? Okay, now it's... There we go. Okay. So we just need that building on the back. And it doesn't care about being near this stuff, just the houses do. But that'll give us another watch tower that will hopefully cover this area and then down here as well. All these houses built now, let's see. Yep, they're looking good. This is just giving us a bit more quality here. Loads of spaces for them, by the way, if we're looking for looking for additional commoners, which I don't think I'm worried about too much right now. But we'll see. This is now done. That's great. And they are, for the most part, using the path. Where on earth are you heading off to? What are you? Oh, you're gathering boar. Off you go. Nicely done. Excellent work. Okay. That's getting built. That's everything. That just needs builders. That's good. And then we'll put that. We'll paint that all in. Okay. Where are we looking over here? See, that just got patrol for a second until one of them got here. So yeah, definitely need a little bit of watchman. Now I'm hoping that what happens is it doesn't tell me that this here, unguarded locations, current guard coverage. I'm hoping just watchmen elsewhere will get rid of this. We'll have to see. If not, I guess we go into all of these, add in another building so that they can, you know, we can increase the number of watchmen here. We'll have to wait and see. But house requirement no longer met. These ones here, I'm pretty sure it's just for the moments that the guard tower hasn't been there long enough. We can kind of watch it happen. You come over to here. Patrol coverage. There, look. Houses need to be protected by patrols. Make sure to paint patrolling area over the houses and have enough patrollers to secure all painted buildings. So that's just trickling down because it hasn't been done for a while. We can see them. They're going around, look, and they're filling it back up. There we go. You'll also see here, light fortification. That will just trickle down. So the longer they haven't been there. So, okay. I think overall that's fine. Here, look. Now here, this one hasn't been done. You see, this is just trickling down. Light fortification. Patrol coverage. So when he gets to that certain point... They just don't seem to get around the place. Let's see. They're already heading over here, look. It's these ones down here that aren't getting good enough coverage. So hopefully they go left. There we go. I'd love them to spread out a bit. But yeah, I wonder if they're just not quite getting there. Let's have a look. Patrolling. Yeah, it might just be that actually you have to kind of... really want you to just add more houses on. But hopefully once this building's done, it won't matter so much. They've probably changed. They're probably done for the day. But overall, I don't mind doing that. Okay. Anyway, this is in. We have no immigration at the moment because we have lots of people unemployed. So we'll paint the pasture. Somebody, a few people in the comments actually let me know how this works. It's actually just based on the camera rotation, which is kind of strange. But it should mean that we can sort of line this up and do real nice straight roads and then just tilt the camera down to there. That's cool. Honestly, just because I've used this for so long, I actually think I prefer just to kind of the slightly more random nature of it this way. And also being able to paint it in and then cut away at it. I know it's probably a little bit more work, but because it's just a tool I'm more familiar with, it's actually how I like to do this. So we'll get the 3 workers in, so that we can see at a glance whether this place is big enough or not. It's currently too small, that's fine. I'm hoping by the time we get up to here, it's going to be okay. Let's have a look. Let's do it that way. It's still too small. Well, as long as it produces enough milk, I don't really mind that much. If it's really terrible, we can come in and add a little bit on. There we go. Let's near this up a little. Yeah, I suppose that is quite a bit smaller than the other one, really, looking at it. So the way to fix that would be to take this fence here. Oops. And do something like this. And see if that helps. Villager path blocked. You're a forager. How is your path blocked? Let's see, where are you heading? Heading to work. Oh yeah, you're up here somewhere, aren't you? Your work is behind these houses, I think. Yes, there it is. Okay. Yep, can't see why you you were blocked, so we'll ignore you. So this will take a moment to get figured out. That's fine. In the meantime, we actually, now this fence is in, we can actually just paint this in, can't we? So let's go here. Adequately sized. Nice. There we go. Oops. Autosave is starting to crunch a little. But, you know, the place is getting a little bigger. Let's have a look, see if we can neaten this up a little. Okay. Alright, that's dairy farming, hopefully. Not fixed, but sort of, you know, helped. Here. Yeah, it's this look. Rustic Castle Watchtower covers a small area with light, active fortification. Patrollers spend time visiting them. But they're just not getting to them. But interestingly, it says here, look, Patroller. But I think it's... Isn't it the Watchman? Watchmen and combatants on patrol, best suited to commoner and militia. Cover an area with like... Yeah, I still don't quite get this. I still don't quite figure it out. Because the patrols are wandering that way. I think it's the watchmen that come to these. Like, they're all kind of getting about, doing their thing. But these guys are just going to the house. So what are you? You're a patroller. You don't have a house. Why don't you have a house? Okay. Well, it is what it is. Alright. So hopefully then this building will fix that. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too sure what to work on next. Let's have a look at our royal book. Sorry, our progression even. What have we still got to do? So we can just look at adding in another sort of resource. Luxury is going to be something that a couple of citizens require. Labour privilege. Not sure what that does. Let's have a look. Unlocks an estate privilege. Okay. Tavern kitchen produces a meal from boar and cheese. Mining taxes. More privilege. The city belfry. I mean, eventually one of these nice big buildings would be something good to get to. We can only ever have labour influence. It will cost 50, which we can cap out. That's fine. Our labour splendor needs to be 300. And our prosperity needs to be... Oh, sorry, our prosperity is more than enough. We need to up our labour splendor. So hopefully this new building we're building might do that, actually. Our new manor house might do that. And then we can look at the city belfry. Pride of labourers, the city belfry bolsters the happiness of nearby residing villages. So I think it's just a nice-looking building. But it will be a cool thing to work towards. Jewellery, we do have a gold mine that we can look at. Candles, I don't think we're able to produce wax. I think wax and stuff is made over here in the clergy. Yeah, housekeeping produces honey and wax, so that's sort of candles and whatever else out. Eventually we will need stained glass. I imagine probably all of these use stained glass in some form or another. Luxury market, common wares, I guess, isn't a terrible one. 3 planks and 1 iron. I mean, we're not doing great for planks, but that's only because we've been upgrading quite a bit. Common wares probably isn't a terrible one. Let's try that. It's just going to give us 1 building, basically, that uses both the iron that we're doing okay for. We have lots of unsmelted iron. Planks, yeah, 15, lots of wood. I think that's just because we've been using them a lot on upgrading, so that's fine. That'll probably stack it back up again as well. Let's... Goods production, common wares workshop. I mean, it's the sort of thing we're going to try and squeeze into here. Go on the end of this building quite neatly. Where's the entrances for it? There and there. Okay. So, that might be a bit of a squeeze for them to get through now, but they can get through there. Can they? Yeah, the door is open there. Will that go in and look okay? I don't really know where else it can go. We're really kind of running out of space here. This is the building I'm really not happy about. What's this? This armory. Just a weird building that has doors all over it, so it's very difficult to sort of squeeze it in somewhere. It should probably be... it'd be better suited somewhere just out here a little bit. We could put the common wares workshop there then. It still doesn't really solve our problems of having a just little blob of space here. But let's have a think. 1 and 1. We could turn this around, put it there. Have this out here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this thing then. So what are you doing then? You're just transporting nothing, basically. I mean, you literally don't really do much at all. Okay, let's bring you over to here. Oops. It's because we don't really send our troops out. I think this is the sort of thing that uses up stuff if we send our troops out. We just never really do. Construction requirements not met. What? Why? Oh, you require light fortification as part of you. But it's just a single building. Okay, maybe we... Let's let it get built. Let's let it get built and see what happens. How's this coming along? Getting there, looking nice. Nice little manor house. I like that. That looks good. Now I'm gonna, rather than have you there, let's move you. Bring you over to here. Entrance is out there, so it's kind of come this way. Why are you in invalid position? Squishes that house in a little bit, but otherwise that's fine. I just, yeah, I just don't love that it's a little single building on its own, but it is what it is. I'll take you on because I'm going to throw you all into this once it's done. All right. Otherwise, I think we're happy. Yes, but we could, like this, I feel like could be more sort of squished in. These guys do a pretty awful job at keeping the road paved. I feel like it isn't that big an area. Yeah. It does look good when where they have done it though. This is getting built. Bringing the planks. We'll see when that's all done. What that looks like. All right. I think otherwise we're doing okay. I've not seen any problems with bread lately. We're still only sat at 105 bread, but I've not seen stuff stuck around much now. I think for the most part, the bread is moving around a lot. Over here, we still have a lot of cloth sat around. It doesn't seem that people aren't able to buy clothes, and once the common goods are set up, we'll actually have less of an issue there. Because they are sat here, look, common wares, they only need to buy one of those if they're a citizen, commoner, excuse me, to sort of fulfill their needs. So we might find that with the other option available, the clothes sort of figure themselves out and pick themselves up a little bit. We have a weird little graphic glitch here. Looks like they don't want to have grass on their pasture there. There they do. Nice. Funny couple of shaped little buildings, but overall I don't mind it. Now this is no longer saying it's struggling for milk, which is great. That's going to get cheese production up a little, I think, although the number is still pretty low. That's fine. Yeah, this one here, constantly never getting people to it. I can't wait for this building to get done. Is it done? We just have the watchtower, but we can put people in it. We have 11. We're now a hold. Were we not a hold already? This building needs to be constructed within a light fortification area. Make sure that a place building is nearby to provide it to fulfill its conditions. So, I mean, there's that thing is there, look, isn't it? Do you just need to, like, angle yourself slightly? And now you know good? Wow. Alright, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we have 11 people to put in. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patrollers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 watchmen. We now have partial guard coverage. Now, does this one now say partial guard coverage as well? It does. Okay, so our guard coverage is better, but still perhaps not as good as it could be. We also can have a tax collector here, which we'll do as soon as more people come in. Our immigration should be high. We had a lot of people not moving in for a while there because we had all those people sat waiting for jobs. So this will not look good for a bit whilst this building gets moved, but that shouldn't take a moment. Let's have a look. Okay. So this one, you just don't have the patrol coverage, so you may well downsize. If you do, you do. You know, like, it's one house. It's one house that we can live with. There we go. They're already off and about. That's great. And they're all coming down here now. So I hope that helps. I mean, other than this, the only other option is sort of sticking one over here. But then, you know, ideally you want all these people to have a better quality of job, really. There's a few others getting upgraded over here now because of that change. This one will go down, this one will go up, I guess. That's fine. I like this level of commoner housing. I wouldn't mind that over here. And I think the way we do that is just to beautify them a little bit. Right now, I don't know whether we necessarily need the commoners, but when we do, we can. Like, this is like those 2 trees is all, well, 2 or 3 trees is all we actually need there. 4 trees. It was all we needed there to make that happen. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. That's fixed now. That's fixed now. Okay, I don't feel like we haven't really made any like major adjustments this episode, but I really wanted to just kind of get on top of it before we look at expanding a bit further. I would absolutely love a person to come and move in, because I would love to get that tax collector up and running, because then at that point I feel like we probably need to expand our treasury a little. I think the reason we don't collect all of our taxes here is probably because we're not picking it up. I don't know. Tax expected at 1,000. Tax stored in buildings and maximum capacity. So that's not too bad. As long as that number doesn't get like to 4,000, maybe the tax collectors are doing a pretty good job of getting around there. And then what's this? Tax impact on labour influence. Okay, that's good. We're not taxing our citizens, which we really should be. At least there. And we have a windmill tax that seemingly doesn't affect anything. Okay, that 11% I'm happy with. I think that's a perfectly acceptable amount of miserableness to have based on tax. We have another villager path blocked here. It looks like they've already figured themselves out. Okay, so we have common wares going in. That's good. Yeah, I think then I think we need to have this blob here. I think we need to grab this. So let's come up to here and grab it. Boop, there we go. I'm not too sure how far back it goes. We could eventually have this here. I would like to have... I would like to have some more boar coming in over this side of town, perhaps. Let's see what that's like if we do. Hunter's Hut. Yeah, there's a bit of boar, a bit of better boar there. A few people were saying about filling in forest and generating more boar as well, which I think is a good idea when we need to. But right now, I'm not too worried about that. Just it always seems to sit. Oh, it's actually come down a little bit. It always used to seem to sit about 80 and 50. Now it's at 40, 37. So yeah, these guys are pretty much ripping that area out. Over here, how are they doing? We have boars here. I think they're doing okay up there. That's probably where the majority of it's coming from. So actually, perhaps this area is where we spread into for boar. What do we like category-wise up here? Do we own any of this? We have that one. We don't have that. We do have that. Okay. Yeah, so if we just take that on. And then, what was this wanted to tell me? There's something down here. Surplus of construction materials. Huzzah! We'll take people on. One of you is going to become a tax collector. They're going to love you. Oh, 4 of you can be tax collectors. Let's put 2 in and see how that helps. Because the rest of you are going to be boar finders. Yeah, look at all this area here for boar. That's great. Okay, so we'll set you up here. And I think you and a butchery just basically come in 1 for 1. Okay, and then do we add the hunting with this? Yeah, okay. And we'll see if we can get it. Oh, see if we can zoom in and out. Which button scrolls this? There we go, control. Okay, and you can go. Oh, that's where he gets to go to. Okay, well, that's all you, baby. Did we put something over here? I don't think we did. Charcoal seems to be chopping wood quicker than Forester replants the wood. But that's fine. Stone. How are we doing for stone? We have quite a lot. I still eventually want to remove this area here for housing. But now I suppose now we're putting boars and stuff around. It's not going to be the nicest looking housing area. But eventually I do still wish to do that. Okay. Oh, we move. This is now in place. Okay, so we can have 2 common wares maker. Or we can have 1 common wares maker. That person wishes to be a citizen. Do we just go for it straight away? Do we just get them boom, boom up to citizen and let them try and figure out life? We'll do that. They may well instantly fill up. What have we got too much of here? We actually have a decent amount of berry brew now. That's like the first time in forever that we actually have berry brew in stock. I've downgraded this from a heavy cover to a light cover because somebody quite rightly pointed out that all of these huge houses here are basically empty. And whilst they do look good, now I've seen what this middle density looks like. I think that's what I want outside of the city centre, because this is just like a big lump of houses. I don't love it. I think that I prefer the sort of more sprawling nature outside of the areas, and then all of this on the inside. I think that's pretty fun. So we're gonna let these downgrade. It'll happen any minute now because this heavy fortification's going down. I think they kind of have to get rebuilt though. So let's see what happens when this heavy fortification goes in. I think they probably all turn back into like part done building zones. Let's have a look. There's an autosave happening. Yeah, there we go. So that's fine. I'm happy for that. They all need much or just some build? Yeah, they need planks. Look, oh man, it's going to destroy our plank situation. But I think that looks better. Yeah, I really do. I'm happy with that. Otherwise, treasury-wise has ticked up, but still not to the point where we need to edit it. So I feel like that new tax building is working. Let's have a look. Where is it? Taxation. Yeah, there's only 400 sat out of a possible 37. That number's gone down. Is that because of the capacity of the housing there? Of course. Yeah, that's fine. So happy with that. It's still villager path blocked. He's telling me all the time. Could not reach watch post. Okay, which watch post could you not reach? This one? I mean, there's a dude up it right now. Seems like he had no trouble at all. That watch post you couldn't reach? I haven't built that the wrong way around, have I? Have I built that the wrong way around? No, it goes that way around. Okay, well, how about we do something like this then instead? There. Oh, is that's what I've just done, isn't it? Weather changes. That might affect this a little bit, but that's okay. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, is it maybe they tried to sat on that chair and they couldn't? That could have been it. So this has now gone another way around. Look, the ladder is in a different spot now, so that is a little random. Okay. The patrol is getting around this place, though, so happy about that. That seems to have helped, by the way. Since we put this building in, I haven't seen the houses wish to downgrade a lot, which is good. Here, it just seems that we constantly have way too much cloth, but nothing to do with it. So we're going to put a couple of weavers into here. See, we're going to up our shirt production a little, which is good. And it might need some storage over there at some point. Talking of storage, I also put in a granary here. We moved the church a little and squoze a granary in. Squoze? Squoze. And we're just going to see if we can update how some of this gets stored. So bread and then fish is the last one. Hopefully that helps. And then we're actually going to put in this market. We're going to put some bread as well. So this might affect the wall a little, but I don't mind. We'll see. It might not. This is quite nice up against the wall there, actually. Oh no, it just affects the wall a little. That's fine. Because they just never seem to have anything. Like you're stood there with nothing. Look, berries. You're just standing around with no fish. And I wonder if it's because there just isn't any to get. You wouldn't think to come here and grab fish? Oh, there isn't any. Okay. So hopefully a granary there helps with the production there. Nobody's been moaning about that, by the way. It's just something I noticed. That place always seems to be empty. But otherwise, I think that's probably all we're going to do in this episode. Yeah, so next, what I want to do now, in fact, we'll do it now just before we finish, actually. We're going to come into here, we're going to edit this building, we're going to place down some splendor generating items. Because right now we don't have so much of it. And what we really want to do is start generating labor splendor so that that we can have that last level of lovely build, the city belfry, which is one thing I'd like to work on to sort of say we've kind of completed the series, you know. Like, obviously it's one of those games that you can just kind of play forever, but I do quite like the idea of being able to say we're done, so to speak. So let me just see, using our progression, 283, we need to generate 17 splendor. Now, I don't know necessarily whether these give us numbers for them. It's 14 splendor total. But overall, I think we just have to make sure we're building them within a labor building. So let's come into this one and click edit. And then all of this, look, it generates 1 splendor. And I think because we build it as part of labor, it becomes 1 labor splendor. That's how I understand it. And we have actually fancied this one up quite a bit already, but I don't mind adding a few extra bits on. We can find some little spots for some, you know, cute benches. We've got a spot there for a nice little bench. And we'll apply. That's now telling me there's a mandate issue. Is it just that we can do one, is it maybe? I would love these. We need to have 100 tools or 250 bread or 150 planks, which at the moment, whilst we're still sort of expanding, we're going to struggle to do. So let's see, we've just placed those down. Did that affect our labour splendor? Yeah, 289. Okay, that's easily enough done then. So basically we just have to come around to all of our labour buildings and just fancy pants them up a little bit. That is absolutely fine to do. This one looks pretty empty out here, to be honest with you, so we can totally... Although this is going to affect the beautification of the area, so hopefully it doesn't affect our housing too much. But I am all down for a bit of beautification. Oh, there's... you can look at doing something like this here. That's like a little flower garden. Let's have a look. There we go. That'll be nice. And then I definitely think a bench will fit nice there. And I do like the road signs just sort of placed around. It does affect that house slightly, so sorry about that, unless it wasn't already done, actually. It might not have already been done. Let's have a look. 299, we need one more. Well, that's fine. We have this spot over here, which we definitely need to make this into a nice little courtyard anyway, don't we? Like, that was always the plan here, I think. So let's do that. We'll add in a gate where it seems to be used, which is here. And here. And here. Happy for people to walk through the courtyard. Just want to kind of make it an actual thing. Now, I understand that this... none of this is actually giving me prestige either. I think it looks nice. And once the area is all fleshed out with this kind of stuff, we can look at adding some bits on. And oh, that's the wattle fence. We want the stone one. Yeah, looks good to me. We'll click apply, and then we can actually come back in now. Add in. There's probably fountains and stuff that I just haven't unlocked yet, I guess, because I feel like we did have fountains before. But in the meantime, stuff like this beautiful tree will do nicely. I think that's a nice little spot for a bench up there, all tucked away. Cute little love seat. We're getting a lot of villager path blocked, but it unfortunately is difficult to see. Could not reach house. I mean, it looks okay to me. You know, Labour Tier 5 reach. Nice, so we got there. So now we can come into progression and we can unlock our... So, no, we can't. What do we need? Oh, we need to just keep earning some labour influence. That's fine. That'll happen just as as life happens. So in the next episode, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build our city belfry. Exciting stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next one, be good.